There are some Asia Wilson fans out there who are not happy with these results from Caitlin Clark being number one on the top selling WNBA player merch. And then you have Angel Reese second, Sabrina Ionescu third, Kate Martin fourth, and then Asia Wilson fifth. Some fans feel like that's disrespectful because she's the best player in the WNBA and she should be at the top of the drawing board. But the thing is this, when it comes to sales, you have to be marketable. You have to be somebody who people are drawn to. And when it comes to Caitlin Clark, she has a bigger influence. It's not that Asia Wilson is not good because I think she's the best player in the WNBA. There's no question about it. But from a marketing standpoint, Caitlin Clark is getting more attention because that's what the fans want to watch. That doesn't mean Asia Wilson's a bad basketball player, that she should be feeling slighted. However, when it comes to these jersey sales and merch, marketing is going to matter, and how you view somebody is going to matter as well. So when you're going to companies, you're trying to get sponsorships, they're going to look at what fans are saying. They're going to look at what the media is saying about you. And are you getting the attention and the views from the fan base? And if you're not, it doesn't mean you're a terrible player or that you're doing something wrong. It's just that's how marketing works. And the reason why you see Angel Reese ahead of Asia Wilson is because, number one, she has a huge following on social media. If you go to her Instagram page, her TikTok, her Twitter page, she has more followers. She's constantly posting 24/7, and fans are engaging with her. She's doing a great job of that. You look at another factor, the Rookie of the Year debate. They've been constantly talking about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, the double-double streak. Those factor into sales. And when you get talked about more and more, well, guess what? Fans are going to pay attention. And the perception of Angel Reese is, well, when she's in the media, she's loud. She is going to share what's on her mind. Whether you like it or not, people are going to talk about her. You also have to consider the games that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have played against each other. Big games. That all matters. They got a ton of views from both those games. In fact, leading up to that game, Caitlin Clark beat South Carolina, who won the championship game this year against Iowa. And what happened in those games? Well, Iowa lost to LSU last year, and then Iowa beat LSU to advance to the Final Four. That's a big deal because you win your bracket. And when you beat a team who beat you in the championship game, folks are going to talk about it. So Angel Reese has been associated with Caitlin Clark in a lot of big national televised games. Angel Reese is really smart because she's constantly posting on social media. She's engaging with her fan base, and people are going to flock to that. If you look at Asia Wilson's social media presence, it's not as big as Angel Reese. You look at Sabrina Ionescu. The New York Liberty is one of the best teams in the WNBA. They just beat the Aces recently, and Sabrina has been one of the best players in the league this year. So that also factors in. And it's funny seeing Kate Martin. She is Caitlin Clark's best friend. They played together at Iowa in important games. So you have to understand when it comes to marketing, people are going to get pushed more because that's what the audience wants. And they pay attention to that for sponsors, for shoe deals, etc. If you're an Asia Wilson fan, you're complaining about why Caitlin Clark got a shoe deal before Asia Wilson, where the thing is, she's more marketable. People want to watch Caitlin Clark more. That doesn't mean Asia Wilson is a terrible basketball player that she can't play ball. That's just how it goes sometimes. Does that mean it will be like that in the future? I don't know. If Asia Wilson finds a way to get a third championship, she's going to be in GOAT conversations. She's already in those conversations. But imagine if she gets to the WNBA finals and the audience is still really good and she wins that championship, then conversations are going to change even more. And who knows, maybe her merch will change. Maybe people will buy more of her jerseys. But to complain about why Caitlin Clark is getting more recognition is crazy to me because you have to look at your market, and that's just how it goes sometimes. I want to compare this to NBA jersey sales because it's going to drive home the point. Steph Curry is number one. The reason why he is because he's more relatable than guys like LeBron James, because LeBron James is a freak of nature. He's athletic. He's 285 pounds. He can still dunk it on your head, and that's hard to relate to. But Steph Curry is a smaller guy. He relies on his three-point ability to generate offense, and fans are like, okay, if I work on my three-point game, I'm going to be pretty good at basketball. So that's why he's number one. Now, who's the best player in the NBA right now? Nikola Jokic. He's 14th. The reason why? Because he doesn't care about being marketed. He's more about riding his horses and chilling in the off season. He doesn't want the attention. He just goes out there and hoop and put up some awesome numbers. You see the difference? Does that mean Jokic fans should be in uproar here that Steph Curry is number one? No, it's just how it works with marketing. Notice that Jason Tatum is number two. The Celtics just won a championship, and the Boston Celtics are in a historic franchise. LeBron is number three because he plays for the Lakers, and he's LeBron James. But when you rank him in your top 10, a lot of analysts got him like between 5 and 10 right now. The fourth guy on that list is Victor Wembanyama. The reason why he's so high up, because one, he's a freak of nature. He's 7'3". He can put the ball on the floor, shoot it, and he was one of the best defenders in the league last year. And he plays for the Spurs, a team that won 5 championships with Duncan, Ginobili, and Tony Parker. And he plays for a coach in Greg Popovich, who is respected among the league. And Victor just has this aura about him. You have to think about aura when it comes to basketball players. If you don't have that it factor, that ability to get your attention, well, you're just not going to get the same love. Even Kevin Durant at number 8, he's still top 10 in jersey sales because he's easy money sniper. He played for the Golden State Warriors. That caused a lot of controversy. He can pull up in the mid-range. He can shoot it from 30. He has a lot of things that you like to watch as a fan. And then Luka Doncic, he's the best offensive player to me in the NBA right now because he can get to any spot on the court. You saw the step-back three he did on Rudy Gobert. That was an amazing shot. Giannis Antetokounmpo being number 5. We remember the game where he closed out the Suns in Game 6. He can drive to the rim at will, and you just can't stop him. You can hope to stop him, but good luck, because once he gets downhill, he's going to either dunk on your head, draw a foul, get an easy layup. So looking at those comparisons, it makes sense why Caitlin Clark is number 1, because she's more relatable than A'ja Wilson. Doesn't mean she's better than her right now. It just means fans are more drawn to Caitlin Clark. You look at Angel Reese, the reason why she gets a lot of attention because of her social media presence in the games she's had with Caitlin Clark and the Rookie of the Year debates that you see on national television. You look at Sabrina Ionescu leading the New York Liberty to one of the top records in the WNBA. I think they have the best record. And they just beat the Aces. She was one of the best players in that game. She was phenomenal, actually. And you have Kate Martin, who is the best friend of Caitlin Clark. So it's not a knock on A'ja Wilson. It's just the market is saying we not value, but we relate more to these players and they have more influence as of today. Does that mean things can change in the future? Of course, because if A'ja Wilson gets to the WNBA finals again and overcomes the Liberty and has to go through so much adversity and she gets an MVP, which I know she's going to win, and somehow wins finals MVP again, carrying a Chelsea Gray who was injured this year and she's still trying to get back into form, that's going to be talked about. Sometimes you just don't get the same recognition, and that's just how it goes. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on why Caitlin Clark is number 1 and why A'ja Wilson is 5th. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.